Hello and welcome to Retro Computing Wizard. I'm Mark Conley Wilson, and I would like to mention that we are shooting with a different camera for the first time. It's not a new camera, it's an old camera, but it might look pretty good. Secondarily, I want to talk about today's episode. We're going to have a happy episode and a sad episode kind of combined. The reason it's happy is we're going to be looking at a great collection of Atari related items that I recently acquired. Sad part of the story is how I acquired those items. I was recently contacted by a friend of a mutual group of friends that I have, and I had remembered that some time back one of the friends of the group had passed away, someone that I did not know that well but had met, and it's been a year or so, and I was contacted by a friend of the group who was talking to the widow of the person who passed away, and when the words Atari came up, my name was suggested as someone who would appreciate any items that came my way, and so I went over to meet the widow and pick up basically someone's personal collection of Atari items. And that is, it's a sad situation because these are items that were loved and used, and when I saw the collection, they were very cared for and preserved very well. And that was her main concern, was that these items did go to someone who would appreciate them and try to preserve them and enjoy them. And that's me. I definitely will. And so I do dedicate this particular episode to the family of our deceased friend. So join me as we take a look at what items came from this very special personal collection. Thank you. So we shall start with this box of items. Let's see what's inside. The 1050 disk drive software. I'm just going to set this stuff aside. Atari catalog, Atari DOS. Again, these are not all organized, but whatever it is. Atari ST interface diskette. The manual for a 551, XF551. And what else we got? Atari Writer Plus, owner's manual. Atari 130XE computer manual. What was that? Sparta-DOS. ICD Real R-Time 8 SDCS supplement. I'm not sure what that is. That's hardware software. I'm not an 8-bit person. I don't know much about 8-bit, but I'll be learning. I've got a few machines that I've been setting some things up. All right, and here we have a flight simulator for Atari computers, 48K, so this would be for the 800, 400, 600, 800, 800XL, 1200XL, 1400XL, all that good stuff. Yeah, what else is in there? Good old TimeWorks SwiftCalc ST, so that's for the ST. Yeah, there's a bunch of 8-bit software and ST software. I have a lot of ST software. I don't know if disks are included, but I assume so. SynFile Plus filing system. Looks like a database. That is for Atari. Looks like for the 8-bit. Nice and boxed. Nicely done. A lot of books. Atari Computer Guide to the 400, 800 personal computers. We got quite a lot of books in this collection, I do believe. Elementary ST Basic. 32 basic programs for the Atari computer. Type them in and go. Miracle Guide, Dr. Wacko's Miracle Guide to Designing and Programming Your Own Atari Computer. Very fun. I wonder if that's a rare book or very common. No idea. Very interesting. Comes with a disc, it looks like, here in the back. It's still in the binder. Imagine it has a lot of illustrations as well. That'd probably be a fun book to play with. And of course a book on Atari Basic. And there are some boxes with all kinds of goodies. Let's see. There's this one. Sounding very diskette friendly. Let's see. Flip that over. Might be cartridges, hard to say. Ah, that is full of carts. Very nice. All kinds of great retro games. Star Wars, Raiders of the Ark. Some instruction manuals at the bottom for all the carts. Sword Quest. Overlays. Yeah. Missile Command, I see here. Can't go wrong with Missile Command. Space Invaders. Combat. Breakout. Pac-Man. Defender. Yar's Revenge. Star Raiders. Asteroids. Yeah, all the classic good ones right there in the one collection. And the manuals are down below. I see all the paperwork down below here for many of these. Nicely packaged in a box. I'll put that back inside. And there's yet another box. These look like bigger carts or just older carts. For the Atari and Sears, these may be 2600s, I'm not sure. iMagic, I don't know my carts. Activisions, there's a lot of Activision carts here. A lot of 64 telegames. Yeah, these are older carts. Interesting to see. There's even a cassette tape, probably an old data tape, who knows. Some of these are not labeled. They say Atari, no idea on those. Alright. And lastly, we have this little box here. It says Atari. I think this opens from this side, yep. And those are, once again, full of carts. Got Mrs. Pac-Man, gotta have that. There's some Blackjack and some Super Breakout. That's a good one. Yeah. Player 2 layer. Standard paddle controllers. So there you go. Alright, nice little collection stored very nicely. And that is what was in box 1. And basically now we have a tupper full of items, so let's take a look at what's inside the tupper. So the first thing that looks really fun, Zap, Rise and Fall of Atari. When that was produced, or published I should say. Rev up your Atari. 1984. 1984. Wow. That'll be fun. I'm going to make a place to put all these things. All right. That's a guide to effective programming. It's been copied and printed, so I don't know if that's the same book I have there. Those are not related. Haha. Never mind this. All right. We have Atari 400, 410 drive, I/O drive there. Yeah, very cool. I think I've got more than one of these. And we have A plethora of joysticks. Those are actual 2600. There's a Gemini. All of these are Atari or Commodore friendly. You can never have enough joysticks because they're always breaking. There's another Atari one. Look at this. So here we have power supplies and actual Atari paddle controllers. Those are kind of hard to come by. So I've got 2 sets of those plus power supply for something Atari related. Looks like an I/O cable. Now these right here, these look interesting. These are actually chips. Someone had a burner, it looks like. Bridge, Demons, Football, Mini Golf, Golf. Yeah, we'll see what those are, but they're cartridge chips, I guess. EEPROM's been burned, I'm presuming. So those are quite interesting. I have those, and I have these. Chest. Tic-tac-toe, 3D tic-tac-toe, baseball, and here's some more. So we got quite a lot of cartridges there, or I should say chips for cartridges. Need a blank cartridge so I can load them up. What else in here? We got some manual. There's an Atari ST user manual. Got some of those in my collection already, I think. Got some instructions for games. What else? What other goodies are in here? Oh, look. An ST mouse. Those are always handy. That's a joystick extender cable. Those are always very helpful. I'm going to keep digging over here. The video touchpad. It's a video touchpad. It might have had the overlay. I may have seen that. A very gnarly looking RF hookup there. Other side. There is, it's like a serial port or something. And it's got some pins chewed off, so who knows what that's about. I guess they're actually designed to be that way. I/O to some kind of connector. Another joystick. Yes. Another 410 tape drive. There's an actual Atari power supply to something and something. And there it is. I wouldn't dare hook anything up until I've checked voltages and bought replacement supplies. There's a 2600 power supply. Still digging. There is, looks like a tape drive possibly. Connector one end, you've got RCA and a 1/8 on the other end, mono. Here's a big Indus GT. Now he's labeled every power supply, which is also a good sign of care. So we can tell what these things might go to at some point. And there is, looks like an 8-bit systems power, possibly. Yeah, I see the round connector. I think that's what they use. I'm going to move this out of the way. And there's the system power supply. Move more items out of the way here. Alright, what else is in this box of goodies? Alright. So here is Axiom ATA46 Computer Direct Connect Parallel Printer Interface. So this, I guess, gives you a parallel port, standard parallel port interface out of the 8-bit. So you can use the parallel port printer. Very cool. That would be very useful. That's probably kind of rare. But I wouldn't know, not being an 8-bit guy. Oh, we've got some good magazines. We've got Antics, Start. This is, yeah, I was trying to see what year that was. New year. January 87, July of 84, and that's January of 91. Almost talking about Falcons in 91, but not quite. Alright, now we're getting to the good stuff in this box. Feast your eyes on this. There's the Indus Systems. Wow. That is a disk drive, I do believe. Yeah, it's even got the card in it. Remove for operation. Protect, drive type, track, error. So this must be a third-party drive is all I can figure for the 8-bit. And there you go. And I have power. It's got dip switches in the back for setting drive identifier and all that. Very nice. Never seen one of those. And we have a very dusty, looks like an original 2600 there, I'm guessing. No markings at all, so that tells me it's pretty old. Ah, there it is, 2600. It's probably the earlier model. If they got smaller as they got newer. There's the real deal right there, 2600. And more goodies coming. Here we go. That's a fun find. Look at that. Video pinball model C380. Power option select reset. That is the real deal. I have never even seen one of these. Got the composite video out. Looks like audio out there. And I think you just play it like this. Desktop. That's it. I don't think there's anything else to it. These buttons on the side for your flippers. This must be for the ball release. That should be very interesting. Like to see that little guy fit. Oh, look at that. An 800XL. Whole machine. Look at that. This key right here is broken. Probably because things were stacked on top of it. I have another one of these in storage. Perhaps I can, between the two, repair it, or it's possible that key can be replaced. We shall see. Yeah, so there you go. Very cool. These are some additional items that were just loose. Looks like a Gladstone Electronics catalog. Little diskette holder binder. And these are some personal notes he had for some code. And some printed ASCII characters. And a personal computer. This is again a binder. He's got Stairway to Heaven. Looks like the maybe possibly frequency numbers, MIDI note numbers possibly. Not sure there. Like his notes basically. And this is just a 400 basic reference manual, but in binder form. Just some odds and ends that were left over. Some other things. In the box, a 1050 drive in the original box, in the styrofoam. Right way around. Power adapter in the box. And a 1050 drive. Possibly new. No idea. Amazing. And this Atari 800 in the box. This is probably the later version of the machine, and I can't believe it. Wow. So let's open her up, take a look inside, see what we got. And it may just not be what it is. It's just stuff. But it may be what it is. I do not know. I'm thinking it's going to be what it says it is. Which is crazy and amazing. First good sign. Rikkoton power supply. Really old foam. Yep, that's a good sign. Just set that aside for a moment. Atari 810 diskettes, looks like. Serial numbers, all kinds of goodies. Don't see the discs themselves unless they're in the binder. There's a serial number. $800, $600, $400. These are all brochures. That's very cool. These are very cool. Owner's guide. And the world of Atari home computers. Look at that. That's a way back. Very, very cool. Right, those are nice. I like those. Let's slide them back in the box. There's no discs in there, but that's alright. They're elsewhere, I'm sure. There was a serial number, and there was another one I saw somewhere. This one. Put those all in the box. Alright, let's keep digging. What shall we find under here? There is a switch box. There is, I think, a power supply box. Power supply might have been replaced, possibly. Oh, this is looking interesting. Seeing some things. There's another switch box in there. Oh, I am seeing what looks like a computer. I may have to do away with all these peanuts. Oh, look at that. I'm seeing the real deal, guys. Holy schmoly. Look at that. I'm just going to move that away. Oh, wow. That is the way the molding is. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought there was something wrong with it because of these curves, but that is the way they're molded. I have a 400 in my collection, which I've not fired up yet. Uh-oh. That's not good. I don't think that belongs on the bottom. Not sure what that is. There's an M key on the bottom. What does that do? It's got a switch or something. So I'll have to read about that. That is very odd. No idea what that is. Like a memory thing. I don't know. Now this one. What's it open? Yes. And then you got a left and right. So it's a dual cartridge. I remember that. And there we go. Looks like it's in good shape key-wise. Wow. 407195 is the serial. Sorry, 800. Crazy. And nothing else in the box, so we're going to leave it like that. And there you go, an Atari 800. And then I found this box. Which definitely has inside a 1224 monitor. Which supposedly has been repaired. There we go, and it's C1224. I like this style switch. And I believe this is repaired. Keep dropping things. So to speed things up, I took the cover off. It's a 1040 STF, so no RF modulator, but yeah, all the good stuff. We'll have to open it up and see what's inside. Sunnyvale, California. And of course I got the mouse with the other batch. And in here was just the original paperwork, one floppy of some finances, and the original Atari Explorer, and your copy of the warranty and things that came with the machine new, which I have never purchased. You know, there's a sales receipt. The Floppy Wizard. Oh, look at that. The computer sold for $687. Monitor was $399. $1,206.21. That's what was paid for this beautiful thing back in the day. Very nice. So we actually have some of the paperwork there, and even purchase receipts. Sign me up for Atari Explorer. Somewhere is a power lead. So there you go, a 1040 STF. It's got some writing on the case, but and some writing here as well. Looks like you put it on tape though, so that should come off. That's on tape. Low res. So you must have had some hotkeys going. Yeah, I see a piece of tape here, so I think this will just peel off. I might try to do it here. Yeah, it's going to be a big mess. Hard to say if it'll come right off or not. But it appears like it will. Alright. What a find. Amazing collection of Atari ST and Atari 8-bit computers and peripherals. Well, as you see, I've got all the items boxed up and ready for storage. I'm going to be putting them in air-conditioned dry storage, protecting them, preserving their legacy, so to speak. I hope you enjoyed going through this collection with me. I had no idea what was in each and every box. I had only assumed or presumed that they would contain what they showed on the front. Sometimes people stuff other things in Atari boxes, but in this case we actually have boxes with what's inside. A 1040 STF, a 1224 monitor for the ST, a mouse. Here's a 1050 disk drive for the 8-bits, an 800, the original 800s, and there was another 800 in the box there, as well as some 2600s and some very interesting items I'd never seen before. Eventually, as I said, these are going into storage, but eventually we'll open the box up and I'll take the computer out and actually open the case up and replace the power supply and get them going back online. I'll probably start with the ST because I have more experience with those, and I've been doing quite a number of those. I have a lot of projects in the works, so it may be a while, but eventually we'll play with these. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed exploring this very personal collection with me. And remember the advice of the retro computing wizard: keep it safe, but not too secret. Cheers till next time. Hit subscribe.